Yes. Are you in a bit of a hole, my girl? Greetings, everybody. I am that I am. I am Safita. Greetings, everyone. I am that I am. I am Safita. And it is a unique and, in some ways, a pleasant, challenging time to be here tonight, because what I am going to bring through with the transmission tonight is not your regular easygoing Lionsgate message where it is all about the energy that is coming down to support you, to advance you in your healing and the work, etc., etc. My message is, whilst it is about the energy that is here for the Lionsgate, it is not just the regular Lionsgate 8th of August Leo type energy that is around. It is not quite what is connected with the celestial bodies coming into alignment either. But it is about the energy that has been building since, if we go back to the early parts of the last few years, say 2018, 2019, I have been bringing through the odd messages with Heather and Louise and those who have been joining us in groups about an energy that has come through a tear in the cosmos, a tear in the universe. And it is coming towards Earth. It is coming towards this realm for those who are ready, for those who are here, tuned in, living their final expression, living their top life. And so my message that will come through tonight will be encapsulating that energy. However, I will be bringing some challenges through. I will probably refer to the dragon or the serpent dragon, the tree. What about Sirius, the star, and many other things? We'll have to see how it unfolds. There are symbols that have been used throughout the world of known time. And I use that phrase very, very loosely. On our realm, there have been many individuals who have expressed and come into existence. And they have had a conception and a comprehension of who they are. The daughter of Eve is one such story, one such myth, one such energy instruction that talks about the hidden daughter or the secret daughter or just the daughter of Eve. Who is she? Where did she come from? What does she mean? How can we, as beings of light, take her story, her example, and live by it? These are things that you, the living soul, the living spirit, inside of the flesh and bone, needs to sort out, needs to know. So before we go much further, I just thank you for being here. I do thank you that you are here in this time. This is going to be, one hopes, an insightful message, a message of being, a message of discovery. And so, although you cannot see it, I sit here in front of the fire with my favorite dog, one of my favorite dogs, sitting next to me. And I salute you. I salute you with honor, and I salute you with integrity. Sure, so yes. And do you wish to show them the dog, Heather? All right. We are going to allow ourselves just to be in a place of balance. Let's perhaps go into breath. Allow ourselves to disconnect from all that is around us, to disconnect from our thoughts. For some of you tuning in, your day is just starting. For some of you, it is ending. And others are yet in the middle of an in-between. And so let us just breathe. Let us allow ourselves to come into a state of deep awareness through the breath. For as we breathe, as we allow the inhale and the exhale, as we breathe, we are disconnecting from the mental and the emotional. We are letting go of all preconceived ideas. For each year we come to the same time, the 8-8. And each year most of the messages that come through are very similar, if not identical, just worded in slightly different arenas. So let us breathe and just disconnect from any expectation. Let us disconnect from any ideas, any stresses, any worries that may be hovering around us. And let us bring in this beautiful, peaceful, dynamic energy that has been waiting for us. For again, we must acknowledge that the 8-8 energy, this Lionsgate energy, starts to come through into your realm in the last week of July. It goes through August and comes to a seeming end around about the 12th, 13th of the month. So it is not just a one-day event, but the 8th just has the ring, has the numerics, the catch of energy, of attention, 8-8. And so it is focused on this day around the realm, beginning in the southern hemisphere and moving into the northern. And so it is that the energy of this time is here, pregnant, if you will, expecting, if you will, to connect into those who are open in heart, open in spirit. And so I ask that you would breathe and give yourself permission to allow the attunement, to allow the energy that is here for you to connect with you in the exact way that it is required for your energy. And no more, no less. That there is nothing that comes in perchance or by accident. That the vibration and the resonance of this energy field that is here for your highest utmost good. In the arena and the dimension of light, the incorruptible light, the source dynamic beingness of light, that it connects to you in that arena of purity. And so we breathe that in, allowing yourself to fully comprehend that you truly are a being of light, of the oneness, that you may live in an organic bodysuit. You may exist in that which is known as the flesh and blood. But you are a spirit, a soul of light that is from a dimension not of this world. And it is that being that I ask to hear me tonight. And yes, the body is welcome to hear. The materialistic is invited to attend and hear. But it is the energy, it is the spirit that I speak to. And so I'll ask that you just spend a few moments just breathing and giving yourself permission to hear, to let go, let go. Let go of the day's concerns. Whatever meetings are waiting, let them go. Whatever thoughts are plying the mind about this, that, or the next thing, let them go. Allow yourself to enter into the most beautiful resonance of peace. Just breathing. Just breathing. And so it is. And so it is. For I am Safita, also known in other circles as Saint Germain, Saint Germain, depending how you enunciate the word, the name. Some of you may know me as the energy of Adamus, Saint Germain. It matters not the name that you know me by, it is the energy. But I place a label or a clarification so that you can identify the similarity, you can identify the energy of which you are listening to. For in this time, we are finding ourselves spiraling ever faster to what seems to be a wall, a full stop. And yet here we are in a portal energy that seems to imply that there is an opening. There is a way out. There is a way that is allowing us to step into something else from what seems to be a block, a wall, an end of the sentence, the period. But I must let you know, right at the gate, that this lion's gate, this energy that is here, is what I will call a multi-layered energy connection. On one level, you will have those who have just found out about this particular event. And when I say that they've just found out, I mean that they have been aware in the spirit, that they've been aware in their spiritual journey, but they've not truly tapped into this energy. And they are now doing that. And so they are listening to light language. They are listening to codes being downloaded into them. They are listening to messages that are unlocking patterns of comprehension and ways forward for their own internal ascension growth. For they are what I refer to as young ones. And then you have those who are mature. They've been through a couple of these gateways, these doorways, these portals, and they are still in their expansion, but they are mature. They have experienced a few. And each time it comes around, they take more, they grow more, they expand, they come into themselves in a deeper way. And then there is, I would say, because I don't want to keep going this group, I would say there's the three groups. So the final group is what I will call the hoary heads. And if we can put a picture to that, let's just say that if they were represented by an age group, it would be those of grey hair, those who have lived their life and are coming towards their final days, so to speak. In the energy of this experience, of this Lion's Gate, there are those that have come to the awareness that this experience, this life experience that they are living right now, is the final one. It is the full stop. No more, they say. Top life, they say. This is the last incarnation. There is a song I hear, I am not coming back. No matter how much you ask me to come back again, I am not returning to this realm. I've done it. And so they begin to pull in all of the loose ends. They come in and they begin to tie up the loose ends of the timelines of their past lives, of every existence that they've had, every experience they've had on this realm. For they have come to the knowledge, they have come to the awareness that they are of the incorruptible light. They have come to the knowledge that they are in a time of expression where they are not their bodies. They are not the flesh and blood. They are more than that. They're not just their higher selves. They are not just their consciousness. They are part of the one, the oneness. And they are doing everything they know how to reconnect to that divine connection. Because this is the very last time they will be regurgitated back into this existence lifestyle to repeat lessons, etc., etc., for the evolvement of what they need to do. And it is this group. It is this group that I am saying the energy that I am referring to at this moment. This is what is for you. It is a strong portal energy. But it's more than a portal. It's more than something that is just going to open up. It is more than something that is just going to, it's here. And you see this big swirling energy. This is more a gateway. Think of a gate in a paddock, in a field, where you have to lock it and unlock it to get from one side to the other. And this gate, there is nothing, shall we say, of extreme difference to any other gate around of energy that you see, other than its vibration. And as you draw near to this energy of this gate, it will allow you, because you are vibrating at the same vibration as it will open for you. But here is something that you need to be aware. When you open this gate and you step through the gateway into the energy of change, into the awareness, into the unlocking of the past memories, that will take you on a journey of rediscovery into a deeper and deeper connection of who you truly are in the spirit, not the flesh, but the spirit, the energy of you, the immortal part of you, that has existed from time beyond time. When you connect to this portal gateway, when you vibrate up to it and it opens for you, you become the gatekeeper, along with all the others that are there with you. But you are now a gatekeeper, and it is up to you to protect the gate. Why do I say this? Because if we use our imaginations, there is a field, the gate is in the field, it is separating one paddock from the other. On one side, where you are currently, there are a mishmash of individuals. There are screeds and screeds of energy beings, some that you will call benevolent and others that you will say are, let's just say, downright evil. Yes? They are malevolent. Fancy words for good and evil. Terrible and extremely good. Disgusting and awful and nice. It's amazing how the spellcraft that you've been taught will create such wondrous descriptive words so that you get hooked into an imaginative way of portraying them. But these are two words that are actually quite well placed. When there are those of the dark forces, I refer to them as the formless ones. They've come and they are trapped in this realm because they created such a divide, such a damage in the cosmos, right in the very, very beginning. From the 12 points of separation of source, these formless ones have infiltrated and created such destruction that they have been sealed in this quarter of the universe. And this is why it feels as if you are being compressed. Time is running out. This is why it feels as if you have hit a wall and you can go no further. Energetically speaking. This is also why there are so many individuals around you that are going on about their life as if they do not even know that they are in the end times. They are completely unaware that you are preparing yourselves for a great energetic shift. These formless ones will do everything they can to get through that gate. They will coerce you. They will beg you. They will trick you. They will manipulate you. They will do everything they can to use your vibration or the vibration of those that you know to penetrate the gateway. If you are recognized by the gate and you are given access, you are a gatekeeper. And it is up to you to maintain the purity and the integrity of the gate. It's not as difficult as it may seem. It is not, I'm open eyes for a while, it's just okay. It is not difficult. It is not an impossibility, because it is energetic. It is where you are at in your energy when you are at the gate. You undergo the most wondrous metamorphosis, the most integral change, to the point where not just your spiritual body, your energetic body undergoes great transformation, but your physical cannot help but begin to vibrate at a cellular level differently. And you will find that there will be the release of great traumas in the body. The body will begin to let go of the chains and the weights that it has been carrying, to the point, and I have said this recently on our Tuesday group to those that were there, that it will at times smell. You will physically smell like a decaying smell from your body. It will be putrid at times. Other times it will be just acrid. And this is because your energy and your physical are now vibrating in such a manner that nothing can remain hidden. You are in a place of change. Let us travel through the realms, and let us go into the realms of this realm. When I say travel through the realms, I'm not saying we're all of a sudden going to jump to different timelines of different planetary systems and dimensions. No. This realm that you have existence in, this is the realm we're going to do some leapfrogging back. And we're going to start looking at why it is so important within this energy of this gateway that you tune in. Because the energy here is going to reawaken within you your cellular, your spiritual, your soul level memories. It's going to remind you that you are in a mimic world. Now, hear me, because I have said this time and time again, oh, we're in an illusion. The glove within the glove within the glove. And this is very true. It is an easy way for your mind to conceive. But I want to take you further back, further back, further back. I want to take you to a time where there were no gods, but there were devas. Where the gentle folk of this realm didn't have a god and a devil vying for their attention. They had the trees, the air, the ground, the fire, the water. Many of you will say, oh, paganism. No. Paganism was born out of some of the concepts of the past. It's a reinterpretation of what was. Oh, witchcraft then. Witchcraft? That's a new belief. I want you to go back in your spiritual knowing. When there was, shall we say, only thought, only light. There was no darkness, there was no shadow, it was light, it was thought. That's all that was. And in that was the breath and the fire and the washing of the waters. It was all in that energy. That is where you come from. And that is where you will return. But you have to know it. You have to feel it. You have to have an awareness that this is who and what you are. You have to remember who you are. There are cultures that have been completely eradicated or nearly eradicated, who have these ideals in their religion. Duality. Where did duality come from? Duality came because when there was just thought, and there was life, and there was the opposite of life, but it was a flow, there was no resistance, it was an acceptance, it was easy, until one decided that one needed more than the other. Resistance came in, duality came in. Excuse me, we have yet another dog that wishes to be part of the communication. It is fine. Just settle down. There we go. There we go.
Come on, buddy. Come on, dude.
He is
he all
all right.
right?
He is all right. Yes.
Okay.
And as we begin to come into the very flow of realizing that duality is nothing more than a distraction of who and what we are. When we realize that in our own depths we have created duality, we have created light and darkness, because something came in and separated us from the true light. The energy portal that is here and will continue, it is not going to close. This Lion's Gate opening, this Lion's Gate gateway, is a dimensional opening for those who are ready. Now please do not say to me, oh, I'm ready, I'm ready for this. Because if you say that, and if you truly want to connect to this vibration of the energy that is coming through. Now remember, there are many vibrational levels coming through. And there are many wonderful and powerful messengers tapping in and bringing the messages of those messages, those energy fields in and translating them for you. So do not jump in and say, oh, I want that one, unless you are ready for the universe to come in and begin to work at you at such a deep level that you will sometimes be left sitting on your ass thinking, who the bleep am I? And what the bleep have I done? Where do I go from now? I have nothing. Absolutely nothing. Believe me, there are those who have said, I'm ready, I want to be clear, I'm tidying up my timeline, I do not want to reincarnate, I want to be done with this realm. That when they have started the journey of clearing, they literally at times have lost everything. And when they have completely surrendered, fallen into the cosmos, surrendering into everything, they have come back with everything that they've needed. It's not for everybody, this walk. Now, that doesn't happen every time. I'm saying that there are times where they have gone from great wealth to great poverty. But instead of being miserable and going, oh, what have I done? This is not fair. They've gone, well, obviously I have needed to come down here to release the fears and the triggers and the belief systems about this. And when they've worked through it and they've done, all of a sudden, everything is reinverted. Everything is right way up. And the abundance flows through them more than they've ever been able to handle before. But now it's easy. And they begin to direct rivers of abundance out of them, and they don't even miss it. As I said, that doesn't happen for each and every single individual. It's just one extreme. There are others in this not coming back that seem to just glide through. And it could be for them that they have been working consistently for many, 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 many years. That they are actually in what I call a maintenance system, where something comes up, they deal with it. Something comes up, they deal with it. Something comes up, they deal with it. It's no longer a big panic. It's no longer a trauma upon a trauma. But for those who come in and they go, I've had it, I'm enough, this is it, last life, universe goes, and we have participant number 2004,102 coming forward. And I'm just making a figure up because your population is not as large as what you've been told. I won't go into that yet. But I want you to hear when the universe, when the cosmos hears you say, I'm enough, and I'm not coming back, that energy begins to tap in. It begins to put you in what I would call a jeweler box vibrational fluid tray. And it begins to shake you, and the energy gets in between all the crevices to get rid of all the dirt. And things begin to change in your life. Don't bemoan the changes, celebrate them. Don't let them overwhelm you, celebrate them. Know that they are there to set you free. Those trials, the tribulations, the hard, overwhelming thoughts, they're there to set you free, because once you get over them, once you conquer them, once you integrate them, once you bring them under your comprehension and knowing, they no longer have hold on you. They no longer can generate fear and loss, only freedom. The Lion's Gate energy that is coming through at this moment, generally speaking, is very different this year. And as I said before, it started at least 3 weeks ago, if not even a little longer. And it has been igniting hidden mysteries, hidden teachings. And when I say igniting hidden teachings and mysteries, these are being available for any and every individual on this surface to read, to observe, to participate in. But for some reason, they have been hidden from you. either by design or by thought patterns of, that's so old, it's dusty, it's religious. I don't need religion. But some of these truths are not religious. Some of these symbols are not religious. They are deep, mysterious openings. This dragon snake I spoke of earlier is the guardian of the Kundalini energy. The tree is the tree of life, the tree of knowledge, the tree of ascension, the tree that guards the portal to the afterlife. If you partake of its fruit, of its bark, of its sap, there is eternity. You must choose, do I choose eternal life in the way that it is meant to be, or eternal life in the way that I do not want to experience? Remember, just because something is eternal does not make it pleasant. There can be such a thing as hell on earth for eternity. You just have to know what you're choosing. Sirius, the dog star. There are many, many cultures around the world that look at the star as their defender, as their protector, because they seem to notice it more when there has been a long drought, when their crops are failing, and Sirius comes in. And it seems to be to them that when they see Sirius at a certain way, in a certain angle in the sky, it brings nourishment, it brings the water. Now, there is more discovery on things like the demiurge and the true story of how man was created. And who is Eve? Is she bone of Adam, or is she the spirit that Adam recognized once it had been ripped from him as the one that gave him life, as the one that was the mother of all things? And who is Eve's true daughter? And who is the demiurge? Now, these are things that I will, over a period of time, begin to go into. But I want you to hear that these issues, these myths, these stories, are resurfacing for a reason. And they're resurfacing in many, many places, spontaneously, like mushrooms growing up in the dark. People are beginning to talk about it because the energy that is coming through at the moment is preparing not only those who are ready to step through the gate. Now, when you step through the gate, this gate is not going to suddenly take you to the spirit realm where your physical body now just is left over on this side. You will still be here, my friends. You will still be functioning in a day-to-day existence. How you choose to live, one hopes, will be of a better vibrational quality. But that is, again, your choice. This Lion's Gate energy is everything that everyone else is talking about: healing, codes, the grounding, the expansion, the connecting of the higher realms, the galactic families coming in and connecting with you. Can you feel them right now as we're speaking about that? That, yes, we're here. We want you to feel us. We want to connect with you. And yet there is this other vibration. It is the consciousness vibration. It is the awareness vibration. It is the incorruptible light communicating through that crack in the wall that separates this mimicry realm from the true realm, from the true light. And it is emanating through the fissure to us to say, come, remember who you are and remember whose you are. Is that not a strange thing? Remember whose you are? Because if you suddenly remember who you are, you remember, I am of the light. Well, who is the light? The light is the divine, incorruptible source. The waters of life, the breath, the thought, the expanse of manifestation that is just there. So what am I doing trapped in this physical body? What is my light doing in this physical body? Who am I? Why am I here? I am light. I am an energy. I am spirit. And this is the message of Eve's daughter. So, you're a product of us because we knew your mother. Your mother came to us. What they were trying to say is they were saying, hey, we had sex with your mum. So you're ours. You're our creation. And she turned around to them and said, excuse me, but I know who I am, and I am not of this realm. I am not of you. I am of the light. I am of another dimension. You did not know my mother. My mother is of another dimension. And she was referring to Eve, the energetic being who gave life to Adam.
We seem to have frozen. I don't know why. Just hold from that. Just seeing, I don't know why. Had no idea. Hold on, peeps. This is no data. Excellent connection. It's just spinning around. So carry on. I'm not sure what it's going to be like.
So when she said that, she was referring to her true mother, the energetic being, the spirit being, who had created an image, a shadow type, a copy of herself that was known as Eve, the physical Eve. Now, this physical Eve, unfortunately, was abused by the archons and the demiurge. I'll leave you to use your imagination. And there's many ways of looking at this energetic story, yes? This concept of good and evil. The spirit Eve turned herself into the tree of life, the tree of knowledge. And then when it was time, withdrew her energy from the tree and presented as a snake. To the physical Eve, she left behind the mimic, the copy, and said, what has the demiurge told you? What has the demiurge told you about eating the fruit? And you know the story of Adam and Eve. Oh, I shouldn't eat because of da-da-da-da. And the snake, or Eve, the spirit Eve, turns around and says, why would they tell you not to eat? You already are alive. Why would they tell you not to have knowledge? It's because when you have knowledge, your knowledge is from above. Your knowledge will be more than what they have. And they will be scared. And then, they ate the apple or the fruit and were cast out. The story I'm referring to is not of the Bible, Genesis. This is older than that, much, much older. And it is a story that is told in multiple oral histories. It is in the very energy of this realm. It is in the very fabric of its creation. And what is happening is the fabric of this creation is beginning to break down. This is the wall that I said earlier on. You had come and it felt like you were hitting a wall and everything was beginning to be compressed, time running out, never having enough time to do anything. The energy of this portal, this energy that is coming through at this time, through gateway, known as the Lion's Gate. This is the opportunity being used by the divine source to permeate and penetrate into our existences, into our awareness of our light, of our consciousness, of our spirit, to reignite within us that awareness of who we are, so that we remember whose we are, so that when we know that we are not of this realm, that we truly are not of this realm, we have the courage to stand and say, no. We will not listen to the laws and the rules of a mimic. If you tell us that we have to be fearful, I will say no. If you tell us we have to be insipid, I will say no. If you say I cannot eat of the knowledge, I will say I will eat. When we know who we are, we begin to rise up. We begin to see that the light within us is indeed a weapon, as well as a healing, a calibration, an adjustment, a tune-up. When we know who we are, when we say the statement, I am that I am, we suddenly begin to see that there is more behind that. In fact, when you realize that you are of incorruptible light, even the statement, I am that I am, becomes weak. But it is strong. But you suddenly realize that the depth of the I am statement sits within the fact that it has to sit in the light. And the light is sitting in the thought, the first thought. And that thought is sitting beyond the wall in the incorruptible source, light, the emanation of breath, of existence. This room that I invite you into, this place where the hearth of the fire is burning, this is the place to open one's heart, the energy and the vibration to the possibility that you could be so much more. So much more. That you could activate within yourself the true vibration of this resonance in this connection. My friends, the Lionsgate portal is so much more than downloading codes and attunements and vibration. It is literally the gateway that will begin to assist you on your final homeward journey. This homeward journey is not long in your timeline. For all those who are connected, it does not matter if you are 20 or if you are 65. The timeline of this era is winding down, or winding up to an end, winding down to an end. And this portal is here to assist you. This gateway, the energy that is here right now, waiting for you to open that gate, to vibrate at that level, at that resonance, to go through, to step into. Do not be afraid. In all seriousness, do not fear what is to come. Celebrate it. Be expectant that from this moment on, as you say, this is my bottom line, this is it, no more coming back, no more disease, no more poverty, no more anger, no more isolation, no more, you name it, no more of. Only celebration, only abundance, only the flow of energy, of source, of life through me, bringing with it every gift that I can handle and more. This Lionsgate energy deposit, open up, open, be receptive. Do not allow yourself to become timid, to think, oh my goodness, this is a little hard. Let me go and find a softer message. Let me go and find some light code activations. Let me go and find a healing energy. Go and find them with pleasure. But do not forget that you have an opportunity to tap into one of the most powerful vibrations for a long, long time. And it will be here for a long time, for many years to come, to assist you to go through what needs to happen. But know this, by 2050, your world would have completely altered and shifted and changed. And some of you, probably, I would say, at least half of you listening to this will not be here you will have left this earth willingly, because you know this is the last life. Whether you are 20 years of age or 105, you know when you have realized that the incarnation you're in is enough. And you will celebrate the life that you have, but you just ain't coming back. When you make that decision, the universe will work alongside you to prepare your energy, your spirit, to clear all of the baggage, the shadow work, so that you can burn brightly once more in remembering who you are in the fullest power and the fullest energy. So I am that I am. I am Safita. I am Lyron. I am of the light. I am many, many things. And I am in the flow of this lion's gate. And I stand at the gate waiting for you. I stand deflecting those who would try to infiltrate and contaminate the energy. For this is the time of the warriors. This is the time of the negotiators. This is the time of those who are ready to stand and be counted. This is your moment. I hope you hear my heart, and I will be sharing more on the various points that I have touched on tonight. But know that part of your clearing, part of your expansion, part of where you are going to requires you to remember where you are from originally. Not your earthly bloodline. Oh, I'm from this ancestor and that ancestor and blah, 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 blah. Who are you spiritually? Who are you energetically? And what are you standing up for? I hope to see you again, either here on our YouTube channel, perhaps on our Tuesday nights where we meet and we have sessions of interaction. But wherever we see each other, know that you are perfect in your imperfection. You are in the correct place and vibration, and you are ready. No matter what the world and all the cohorts that are speaking are telling you, that you're going to fail, that you're not ready, that you shouldn't do this, you are ready. You are in the perfect place. And there's one other thing I need to cover before I disappear. For those who are sensitive, you will have already known that there seems to be a weight pressing down from the sky, so to speak, energetically compressing. So not only do you have like things are pushing you on the sides, compressing you this way, and you never have enough time to do anything, but now there is also a compounding pressure coming from above. And you cannot put your finger on it. And it's of a sudden, what I would say of a sudden appearance, only in the last couple of months. but very definitely this last month and a half. And that is because energetically, and I will put, if I was playing dice like I used to, when I was in Saint Germain, I would put money on it. I would put my money on this bed. The reason for it is we have the energy of the portal. We have all of this coming through to assist mankind to a vibration and a resonance and an upgrade that it has never experienced before for those who are ready. And this energy that is coming to compress you down even further than you've ever felt compressed before is because it belongs to the enemy of your soul. It belongs to the generals, so to speak, like principalities, governments that have just taken up residence over various parts of the world, and they're just pushing down. It's like a dark dampness is just being oozed into the world. No matter what you do to get your spirits up, you seem to have this intangible downer all the time. Here is a solution. Stand and breathe. Go inward. Recognize who you are. Recognize, and you may not see the light yet. You may not see that busy electrical dancing light inside of you, but you may feel that you are light, but you know you are spirit. So you go inward and you recognize who you are, and you begin to come from a place of strength. You become aware on a different level of connection that you are not bound by the algorithms and the rules of this realm of an energetic way, and at times in a physical way. And you can turn round to those principalities, to those governments that have been pushing down at an energetic level, and you can say, stop it. Where I live, you get out. This is my space. This is my domain. Nothing but joy, light, sunlight, happiness, free energy of my soul works here. That is what happens. There is no depression. There is no dimness. There is no compression. There is only expanding joy. There is only expanding consciousness. However you want to word it. But take your space back. In your own homes, go room to room, walk outside your property, claim your land and your building and your space back. Declare your area, your plot of land, a no-go zone. That nothing can penetrate your parameters without your permission. And begin to believe it, act on it, and live as if you are in an ever-expanding space. That the only thing that can grow in your space, in your domain, is knowledge, wisdom, love, light, energetic awareness, connection to the divine, like-minded beings coming together to share deep knowledge, learning, and watch how your life changes. This is the time to be aware. This is the time not to fear digital ID, not to fear, oh my God, I'm going to lose my paper money, my cash in this, and I'm going to have to be on platforms of digital money. My friend, that was already in play 20 years ago. As much as you've tried to resist it, it's going to happen. Whether you're a spiritual being, an aware being, a whatever, it will happen. So either create within yourself a pocket of energy that you can work within this place that is changing, or be in a place of failure when it changes, because you will be left behind having to catch up. Because you already have a digital ID, my friends. They've made it for you without you being aware of it. It's already there. You do not have to claim it. No. But again, I'm distracting from the subject matter, but I want you to know that this is your time to be brave, strong, aware, conscious, but not from the place of man, not from the place of the flesh, but from the place of the Spirit. Grow from that place, and your physical body will change with you. Your consciousness of the physical will change with you. The materialistic will change with you. Because when you do not feed it, it will have to come into alignment with the new dimensions that you are putting on your own spirit. You are spirit. You are a soul having a journey that is connected to your spirit. The spirit is your eternal part. Your soul is eternal. Your flesh is not. Download the codes you need for this moment. Download the attunements you need for this moment. Tap into the vibration and the resonance of the gateway that will take you through the gate into the next dimension energetically, and show you how you can traverse from one side of the gate to the other to enable yourself to be the better energy, the better spirit, the stronger. And remember, if you get to the point where you go, I don't know what to do anymore, the strongest thing that you can do for yourself, the bravest thing that you can do for yourself, is you reach out to someone like myself and ask for help, for direction, for insight. Because that is maturity, that is growth, that is expansion. I am that I am. I am Safita. It has been a pleasure to speak with you. I know that for some of you it is taking you into your time of sleep, and others it's taking you into your day of creation. So go and manifest. Manifest what you need at this time. Be who you are. The light within yourself of spirit. And so it is.